This is Reverend Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley, welcoming you to our Lotus and Lily Manifestation Meditation. And this today we're concentrating on recognizing and trusting the universe, that it is always there providing and guiding for you. So I'm going to be giving you information, going into a meditation, and then from there, we'll do an affirmation. So, knowing all is well in your life, I've had so many miracles this week and so many other weeks in my life. And so, it's good for me to have lived this long to tell the truth that God is, I am. So, I'm going to be again giving you information about trust. And in truth, this is what Jesus said in the Bible, or was quoted from saying in the Bible. In truth, I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt at all, it will be done unto you. And if you have faith, everything you ask for in prayer, you will receive. And that's from the Christ, from Jesus the Christ. There is one problem with this delightful week of getting clear about all the wonderful things that you desire at your deepest level. And if we don't acknowledge that problem, if we don't give it room to express itself, if you don't stop and listen to it, it won't just meander away. It will lie in wait and snap at things when you're feeling weak and very vulnerable. And we just don't want that to happen at this stage of the game here. With your defenses down, that shadow can and will derail any project, any dream, any desire for a more beautiful, more abundant life. The problem is what is it? What we're talking about today? It's about learning to trust. In fact, it is the primary problem we all have, period. That's it. The trust is a big, big issue. Do you have issues with trust? Try these questions on for size and see what your stomach tells you. Do I deeply trust that the universe supports me? Or do I sense that it punishes me in some way or imposes, creates opposition for me? Or do I feel alone sometimes? Do I trust that I have a loving divine connection to Source, which is synonymous with me, with God and love? And do I also feel that what I want, which is peace, joy, and abundance, is it really mine to have? Is it really mine to experience? Of course it is. But do I trust that prayer works? Do I trust that my prayers work all the time? That my prayers are, as I always say, that God is good all the time, no matter what the circumstances. Do I believe that I can change my life? Or do I believe that I just feel totally trapped? So if you think you have a few trust issues, don't be surprised. All of us do. All of us do. The question isn't whether or not you have trust issues, it's how you can move through them, how you can reach that state where you know and you know that you know. And so, I always say, when I know that I know truth, there's a peace that rises up within me. That you are always protected. What we know for sure is that you are always protected, always guided, always led. When I don't feel Spirit is providing and guiding me with every decision, every moment, I go into doubt questions like, what's wrong with me? Why do I return to this place of panic? Why don't I feel safe? Why don't I trust that God itself, expressing in and through and as me, is always here with me, for me, supporting me? And again, that God is good all the time, no matter what the conditions, and it's going to be all right. Trust is movement, like increments on a thermometer. When you're locked in the state of doubt, the trust thermometer registers cold, registers cold. When you take a baby step from doubt into a willingness to suspend disbelief, the temperature moves up to cool. Once you suspend disbelief, things really start moving. When you step into the state of possibility, the temperature moves almost up to warm. When you place a request for guidance or a little miracle and it comes to pass, you're surprised perhaps, but excited, and the temperature rises to warm. And now you're in the tested trust area. And I can just tell you that there was not anything great happening last week when we found, when news was that a little baby, 3 years old Hudson was found face up in a pool, face down in a pool. And he is now home, coming home tonight. And he is well, brain scan clear, lungs clear. So there are miracles. And we just have to be unshakable in that trust. And when we are unshakable in that trust, when it is tested, it may be 70 degrees in unshakable trust and 78 degrees in once it starts rising. Right now, I'm at 100% trust, knowing that the universe is guiding and providing and really supporting me and all the time. And even though those degrees, like 70 between 78, sound pretty close, they're not. What I've discovered is moving from testing trust to unshakable trust doesn't feel like just a few degrees of improvement. It feels like a logarithm, a leap, a giant jump over a huge cabin. Like a huge cavern in between. And you know, my best friend, I'm so sorry. My best friend in Oregon just called me. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, but I think all is well there. Speaking of unshakable trust, if we could just figure out what the in between step was, we could take it and get across that gap. There is a one word answer on how to trust and get past that gap that sometimes we're in. Make a decision. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and even over little things like, what do I do first? Do I do this first, that first? Do I, my to-do list comes in my mind. And what I finally decided, I figured out long ago is I am doing, how can I do this? How can I do that? What do I do first? And the first big frog is to just decide, get up and move and do it. So I wanted more direction. I wanted more outline, I figured, in my actions until I started this um, manifestation journey with the lotus and the lily. So my heart knew that I could not be safe with a slow, methodical step by step, because if I waited for reality to hit with all my desires coming and waiting for clear directions, I could be waiting, not doing, not being for the rest of my life. So I have to take baby steps. When I'm recognized that, when I take baby steps, that trial period of test and trust that I've been dabbling in for years now becomes reality. So now it is time just for us to close our eyes and trust, knowing that the universe is safe. Trust knowing that I am guided in love, knowing that I have a divine purpose, knowing that spirit protects me, and knowing that miracles can and do happen, and they can and do happen to me and all around me. All I have to do is bite the bullet, swallow the big frog, and decide. Decide to take that leap over the gap. Anyway, that I can do that and start seeing the potential of my life that is around the corner and start living into that life around the corner like it's going to happen. Feel the joy, the unshakable trust, even before you see the proof. Joy first, miracle second. So come from that love, come from that love, joy, and make it a miracle second. And there's a paradox alert here. Are you in the space between tested trust and unshakable trust? It's not an unfathomable chasm. Crossing into unshakable trust requires only one tiny word, one moment, one breath, one move. Just say yes. I believe. Yes, I trust spirit. Yes, I want to break through to a new kind of divinely guided, joy filled life. Yes, to my soul's purpose. Yes, I embrace my divinely guided future already calling to me. Say yes to it all, whenever and however it is meant to unfold. Yes, I decide. I choose, I declare that I am the creator of a beautiful life. And really, what is there to be afraid of? I don't have to do this alone. I have my divine partner, a divine partner that loves, supports, and lives in and through and as me. And for heaven's sakes, truly for heaven's sakes, this is really not at all that scary when I know I have that support. Today is the moment. This is the second I decide, the moment and the second I decide to jump over the cavern and trust. So, do I want to decide to live in a state of real, unshakable trust? And if so, what am I going to do when I'm going to decide? How will I know I've made the decision, the right decision? How will I decide to take the lead? This is my wisdom from paying attention. It's pay attention to what happens after you decide. Collect evidence of the universe's response to your decision. Is it an uh-oh response, or is it of something delightful that brings such joy when you think about it, or both? Pay attention to your dreams. Contemplate the temperature in the state beyond unshakable trust. Commune with the divine. This is where the masters and the mystics live, those saints and seers who have always known that we are at one with the allness of the love and divine protection and the power and the presence that just says yes to our powerful words. So when we choose our thoughts and we choose our words, we know that there is that power for good in the universe, and we are opening to letting it use us and us use it. So now let us just do a brief meditation here. That was a lot of information today. And let us just go within. And let us just breathe in from the crown chakra all the way down. Divine light in and through and as us. And just breathe in and relax. And feel that energy coming down the crown chakra, down to the third eye, down through the cheekbones, down to the throat, relaxing the mouth. Relaxing now the neck and the shoulders and just relaxing in. Breathing in just naturally and feel that energy going down the arms, the shoulders, out the fingertips, and knowing that God is alive and well right within me, and I am trusting as I go now and I open up my heart chakra with the lotus and the lily there, or just a lotus or lily, and there's someone sitting in that beautiful center, open and receptive to it. It could be a Christ, it could be someone in the heaven world, it could be someone who is on this planet right now, knowing that they are helping and guiding and providing us. And as we do that, as that energy goes down and opens the heart and is opening the solar plexus now below the heart, the beautiful yellow solar plexus, and then down, down, down to the sacral chakra, the orange sacral chakra, wrapping around the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, going right down and connecting us to that middle earth. And now just breathing in all that energy all the way up through the feet, to the legs, to the hips, relaxing in vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, relaxing the neck, coming right back up the jaw, the throat. And in this moment, let us see that ball of light right in front of us. I always equate it with Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, as the good witch Glinda comes down and is with Dorothy, and she just floats down. And let us now go in. And as we draw close to that bubble, there's someone in that bubble. And as you peer into it, who's ever in that bubble, or your divine counsel or partner that appears in that ball of light, ask them, what are the possibilities in my life that lie just around the corner, waiting for me to open up to them? When you leave here, pick up your paper, write fast. Just start writing fast. Write as the image pours through the page, no matter how unbelievable or amazing or unlikely or impossible. Write them down. Why? Because miracles occur. And I go back to Hudson, the most recent miracle. His 3-year-old is on the planet, I believe, because of all the intervention from all the angels, all the prayers worldwide that were going into Hudson, bringing him back to life. The breath of God breathing him, the hand of God holding him tenderly, gingerly, from support, from prayer, and more. So much more than just prayer. It's that divine knowingness that it can be no other way, and putting a demand, I think, upon the law sometimes. And when you leave here, everything that pours out on that page, pick one thing that is a culmination, the proof that you are living your life of purpose and joy. Feel the energy in the scene, see the place, notice the people all around you when it's happening. Just feel that divine energy in the scene. Smell the air. Feel the weather. Who is there? What do they say? What are you doing? And how do you feel? And after writing, sometime today, draw a picture of your life, of what's waiting around the corner for you. You can draw that picture also on a card, and I invite you to say it out loud, whatever your personal revelation is, or write a description and put that description on your nightstand, your altar, or somewhere special. Attached to the refrigerator. That's where a lot of my cards go, where you see it often. Visit your life around the corner, waiting for you often, for it is truly just around the corner. And in the few days when you create your intention mandala, We'll take a big step toward bringing it to life. And I close, breathing God in, I am, with an affirmation. I am trusting life. I am trusting the universe. I am deciding to step over the chasm into the reality of my new life. I am trusting the universe. I am trusting my decision. I am stepping over the chasm into trust and into my new life. I am making the decision right now, right today. And I let this go. I know it's so. And together we say with grateful hearts, and so it is. And so it is. Have a blessed day. Peace out. I'm now call my best friend and find out what's happening with her in Oregon. And knowing that too, I trust that all is well unfolding there, just as life unfolds, no matter what, for our highest good, our highest learning lessons on this planet. I love each and every one of you.